You may be wondering what exactly is giving you an accent when you speak. You're like, I know I sound different, but I'm not exactly sure why. Well, today we're going to be taking a look at a file that was sent to us from Ava. Thanks again for sending us the file. And we're going to be trying to identify some of the features of speech that sound a little bit different from what you would expect native speakers to do. And maybe you'll be able to apply some of this to yourself. Good morning, guys. Good evening. Good afternoon. Welcome to your daily American English pronunciation show, which is. Ooh, well, that was not the button I meant to press. Sorry, we have a 6-year-old who likes to press buttons. This is the one. There it is. Yes. Wake up, American. We are here Monday through Friday, typically around the hours of 7 to 8 a.m. New York, to make sure that you can get in your 5 to 10 minutes of pronunciation practice for today, because that's what it takes. If you're serious about pronunciation, it takes showing up for yourself in a consistent way, and we're here to help you do that. When I say we, I mean me. Hello, my name is Jeff. It rhymes with breath. It's one of the 4 keys to a natural sound in American English: placement, pitch, breath. Trying to weaken your consonant sounds in order to strengthen your vowel sounds. I'm going to need my headphones for this, and I will need to share my screen. Then we're going to be taking a listen to the file and trying to identify again some things that maybe sound a little bit different from what we would expect native speakers to do. All right. Let us now open up our file. So I'm just going to play it twice so you guys can get a feel for it. And I encourage you, as you listen, try to identify some things for yourself, like what sounds a little bit different from what you would expect a native speaker to be doing. Try to put on kind of your teacher hat.
Can she see in the dark? Can she see in the dark?
Okay, so we have the sentence, can she see in the dark? Okay, so a couple of things that are standing out to me that would sound a little bit different than what I think you're going to hear in North America. Let's play it again.
Can she see in the dark?
Okay, so first thing is probably going to be R sounds. So a feature of American English is when you have an R sound that comes before a consonant, is you want that R sound to be produced. Okay, so in a word like dark, or you have arc, or words like that, we would expect that R sound to appear. Okay. In other forms of English, that R sound will disappear. So like R sounds before consonants. So we want to be careful for dark. This pronunciation of dark is going to be closer to Australian English or British. Let's just note there. Hello to some people joining us. Good morning or good evening where you guys are. Okay, thanks for hanging with me. So that's the very first thing that stands out to me is that R sound on dark.
Can she see in the dark?
Because it's something like dark versus dark. Dar, dark. What else is happening here?
Can she see in the dark?
Okay, so the other thing too is so she's breaking this into 2 thought groups. The first thought group is that can she see part, and then she has that in the dark part. And there's some things here I really like.
Can she see in the dark? Can she see in the dark?
Probably the thing I like the most is the contrast with speed. One of the things we talk a lot about is when you have thought groups, when you change from one thought group to the other, you want to mix things up, you want to change some things. The biggest change that I hear is speed. Notice that that first thought group, the can she see part, is slow, and then the in the dark part speeds up a little bit.
Can she see in the dark?
It's like can she see, and then in the that little reduction starts speeding up a little bit. So you get a little bit of speed contrast. Some other elements of contrast that might be helpful here. Listen to how she says can she see.
Can she see in the dark?
So it's almost like can she see, can she see. So what's happening is we're getting like the same pitch over and over again. It's like hitting on a keyboard on a piano, you have the 88 keys, but it's almost like hitting the one key over and over again. Da da da. Can she see? Can she see? Versus like, can she see? Can she see? Do you hear the difference between can she see and can she see? Hear the difference there? I've incorporated more pitches. There's a wider range of pitches when I do that. American English in general does not like it when you have 2 syllables in a row that are the same pitch. So we want to try to mix that up a little bit. Okay, so mix up your pitches. Just like can she see? I do like the speed contrast. We also talked about in the dark. Let's see how she's transitioning from that first thought group to that second thought group.
Can she see in the dark?
Okay. As you transition from thought group to thought group, I also like some greater pitch contrast as well. So like, can she see in the in the is a little bit too similar in pitch to the previous thought group. So I would try to move that. Maybe go higher. Like, can she see in the dark? Can she see in the dark? Or maybe go lower. Like, can she see in the dark? Can she see in the dark? So maybe just either going higher or going lower, but have a little bit more pitch contrast going on there. Um, some other things with as well with that.
Can she see in the dark?
You can listen to how she says see and in.
Can she see in the dark?
What's happening is I think the placement's a little bit higher. Instead of an in sound, you're getting like an in the versus in the. Hear that difference? Okay. She's giving more of an e versus an e. So American English again, typically using a lower placement, more resonance. So I would like that lower placement for that in. It's like see in the. So it's not in the, it's in the. Okay. Um, Another reason why this may be happening, it could be that that E sound on C, the placement might be a little high.
Can she see in the dark?
Like C in the versus C in the. So it could be that the placement's a little high on that E sound on C, which is then carrying over to a higher placement also on N. Another reason why that in sound might have a high placement is because of the letter N. Like the letter N in English sounds like nah, but for a lot of other languages, when you make an N sound, the placement's higher. It's like a n. It's like in versus in. And you hear that difference? It's placement related. So those are the potential reasons why in has a higher placement when we're hearing the audio. So just a note there. Let's play it again, see if there's anything else that stands out.
Can she see in the dark?
Okay. The last thing I'll say is this intonation pattern. It's like intonation, there's falling intonation like this. There's rising intonation like this. And then there's all kinds of waivers that do a little bit of both. When you have a general question that is responded to by yes or no, this is a yes no question. In general, not always, but in general, you would expect rising intonation. Like, can she see in the dark? Dark, dark, dark. Can she see in the dark? Okay. You're going to hear this audio file use falling intonation,
Can she see in the dark?
which is also possible. It's possible to have a yes no question with a falling intonation, but it has to be in the right context, right? So if this is supposed to just be a general question, then you would probably want rising intonation at the end. Can she see in the dark? Can she see in the dark? All right. So I'm going to end that there. I do want to thank Ava for sending us that pronunciation file. Hopefully, all of these things are also going to be helpful for you guys as we're going through the feedback. I'm going to head out, but hey, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. There's a million pronunciation resources out there, so the fact that you spent some time here with me is greatly, greatly appreciated. I will see you all later. Hope you guys have a good day, have a good night, and a good afternoon.